I'm a little late.
It's 12 minutes after, it's
Okay.
1 minute after 12.
All right. Well, I had my partner here record the Republican debate, the Republican candidate debate, and I watched as much of it as I could. It took place in this fantastical Ronald Reagan, what is that called? Memorial. Anyway, it had a big airplane right in on the stage. I thought that was quite something.
Well, that's Air Force One.
Air Force One, yes.
Air Force Two, or whatever you want to call it.
So I want to get a little bit slow in getting into the political scene, but I'm getting wound up, and I know I need to be voicing my opinion right along with the other people. So, and then Jon Stewart, I watched his impressions of the debate. Now, as you know, he's a very smart, intellectual, I would call him liberal, Democrat, and he's very funny on the subject of, you know, Republican candidates, naturally.
Well, wait a minute now.
But
anybody can be funny on that. In fact, you don't even have to be funny.
Right.
All you have to do is watch them, and if you can't laugh at that, you are in serious trouble.
Here's the old liberal talking, but I have to tell you that I used to be a liberal, but I'm not now. I'm a conservative because
Yes.
I've lost faith in liberals. And you know, their brain power. You know, it. And in an odd way, it was like they were letting their reputation for being so intelligent cause them to not keep up with themselves.
Who are we talking about?
So, well, all of them.
Oh, who?
Well, the main subject that I thought that they failed miserably to keep up with was the subject of legalized abortion. And Jon Stewart won't even go near that. You know, that's a pretty hard subject to joke about. But sooner or later, Rick Perry, the candidate from Texas, who is reputed to be extremely strong pro-life candidate. Well, so far the monitors, everybody else has kept him, they haven't asked him any questions about this, so they kept him pretty silent, at least not any that I've seen.
Well, you're the only one that's out there beating the...
Oh, I'm not the only one by any means. That issue has come into the forefront a lot more this last few years. So I'm very eager to see what happens there. But of course he's not, because he's still stuck in the old liberal mode. He hasn't realized that the liberals have failed. They have failed.
Well,
my litmus
really
test for
sorry,
intelligence. I never thought I'd
sorry.
see that happen.
I didn't know not Social Security was going to be such a Ponzi scheme. I did not know that.
Well, he loves it when Republicans say stuff that he can make fun of.
I did not know that he was.
He can make fun of them. But I'm a registered Democrat, but I haven't been able to
Where's
vote.
Bernie Madoff?
I have not been able to vote Democrat since Clinton, because I voted for Clinton in spite of the fact that he was pro-choice. Well, he did so much damage, as far as I was concerned, to that cause that I thought, well, I can't vote anymore for pro-choice Democrats and hope that they won't do too much damage. So I'm going to have to look over the Republican candidates, see if. And I voted for George Bush, and I don't know whether that was smart or not. He keeps telling me how stupid it was, but I don't believe him.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
He would never
stupid.
have done such a thing.
I said that anybody in their right mind would not vote for George Bush.
Yeah.
I did not say it was stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's fallen into the trap. The trap that all I have to be as liberal, Democrat, and I'm just naturally going to be more intelligent than those Republicans. But I'm looking over now. I'm looking over, and I'm waiting for Rick Perry to get around to the pro the pro-life stand that he's had quite a reputation for before he started
He's done big on
appearing on the
evolution
national
either, you know
scene.
that, don't you?
Yeah,
He
well.
just has to accept it because
So I
it's
think
real.
the pundits, you know, and Jon Stewart and all of them, they're getting a maximum. They're firing up all their smart guys. They're going to get him in their sights.
Listen, I got news for you. Colbert is just the same as Stewart, except he's just a different, funny in a way. Stewart is going to be always on the, you know, these guys are deep friends for years. They used to be on Chicago, and so I go Republicans, you go Democrats. Okay, that's great. They run right after each other, so they can watch each other's show and they can do whatever they please, because this has got to be one of the funniest things I have seen in the past 20 years. These people, and I'm talking about people who are running for the Republican. Is there something endemic with being a Republican, that you have so much money, so much power behind you, that you can stand in front of people and go, "Oh, I think Social Security is a Ponzi scheme," and the guy writes a book about it, and then he's going,
Fed up.
"Well, I think it was a misinformation." Holy
Well, then I think
crap.
the big question is how smart is Rick Perry? Is he going to do us a lot of damage as a president because he's
not
handsome?
gonna be president.
He's got presidential
If
looks.
he's president, I'm
And
moving to
he's got a
Australia.
sense of humor. Now,
Seriously, I'm moving to
just
Australia.
how smart is he? Because we've suffered quite a lot from a Republican that we knew wasn't.
That you voted for.
And I voted for him. Well, I'm not against dumb presidents.
That's pretty
That's
obvious, isn't
right.
it?
And a smart one.
That's a very true statement, folks. I don't know if you know this person, but she has no qualms about voting for the dumbest person in the world.
Yeah, well, look at, and I say sometimes dumb people understand the issues on a basic level that smart ones don't. And now I've had to try to figure this out. Here's Clinton. Clinton never
voted
really,
for his wife,
and
by
his
the way.
wife, and his wife.
I voted for his wife,
And
but
oh
she
yeah,
lost.
he's a big Clinton fan.
No, I voted for
But,
his wife,
now
but
how-
Obama won.
And what I ask you is how in the world did such a smart president get himself caught up in a little scandal involving the page? It went on for months.
He was not a
Now, is this intelligence? Would you say that Clinton's intelligence got him into this predicament?
No, I think it was his good looks.
Oh yeah, it's good looks.
Us good-looking guys can get in a lot of trouble with females.
Now, George Bush, now he did dumb president, but I never noticed him getting any trouble with women. When he just got in trouble with wars.
Service
Wars.
people,
War. This is where he lost me when he had two wars going. I said, well, 9/11, I can understand one war, trying to get the guys who did this to us, but Iraq, that, and no weapons of mass destruction ever found. This was a total miscalculation, and it just cost us millions and millions and millions.
I believe that you are mistaken.
Billions.
Thank you.
Trillions. But anyway, dumb or smart, you know, because so can we take another dumb president? But he's smart.
Well, of course we're going to take another dumb president. No matter who you pick, it's going to be dumb.
Clinton was pro-choice. Hillary's pro-choice. Well, what is it about? And I've heard a lot of arguments about the fetus, not, you know, that it's okay. Legalized abortion is okay. Well, and my contention is no, it's not okay. That is something that you should never do under any circumstances. And, you know, my supposition is control yourself, control your sex life. If you don't believe in killing, then don't get in the predicament where you can even think of such a thing. Just don't even have sex if it's necessary. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with not having sex? Sex is highly overrated anyway if it's going to cause you to have to go out and have, kill somebody. I think killing is a very serious...
At our age, sex is definitely overrated. Way overrated. It's like the doctor said, I want you to cut half your sex life. I said, I'm cutting all of it, okay? No thinking about it, no talking about it, forget it.
Listen, even during my marriage, what lasted 10 years, I never had sex for the 9 years of it. Because you have the baby, and so then I told my husband, I said, I can't have another kid for at least, 4 or 5 years, so we're going to have to cut the sex off. We can spoon.
Wait a minute. Wait a second.
Yes.
Now, I don't.
Well, that's the only sure way.
Wait a second. I don't like the way you phrase that. Did you say
cut your sex off? No, I didn't mean cut that off.
Holy
so I said you can take your pick. You can either go down the road. You can go down the road, or you can agree to these terms.
Jeez, that sounds brutal.
So that's how the way I handled it. If I absolutely, because to me, no sex is better than even of having a baby that you can't afford, you can't take care of, and so I said that's the only solution. We just can't even take a chance. We can't possibly take a chance to get up and say, oh my God, I missed my period. Oh my heavens! And no, we can't have that. That's what I told him. We cannot have that. So, no sex. That was my rule. And I tried to introduce this idea to everybody.
Wait a minute.
And they acted like they never...
Isn't that the reason women get married? They have...
they get married for a lot of reasons.
Pregnant,
but it's ridiculous to think
that
you can't get along without sex. If it's going to save a life, you can get along without sex. If you don't believe in going down and doing anything to this little baby after it starts,
cutting off anything
you can get along without it, believe me. And if you're healthy enough that you can risk having, I wasn't healthy enough to have an accidental baby. I mean, a lot of women have had accidental pregnancies and they carried them through.
I was married the first time and I had 2 accidental babies. And I was using what they commonly call condoms. Now, all I can say is that I should have sued somebody for that. And we married for 4 years, had sex 6 times, 2 kids. You go figure it out, right? And you think she's a little on the flaky side? I put up with that until I finally just said, I believe there's something wrong with our marriage, honey. And she said, well, it's not you personally, honey. It's all you men in general. I thought, well, thanks for telling me now.
Well, and it's my belief that the Republicans have given they tell their candidates, you can be pro-life and run for president. The Democrats, now, wouldn't you call this kind of foolish? The Democrats have told all their candidates, you've got to be pro-choice.
That's your 1 minute segment.
You've got to believe in a woman's right to choose a safe and legal abortion. Well, if a guy comes along and says, I can't believe that, I'm not pro-choice, well, the Democrats would not have you for a candidate. So here the Republicans forced their candidates to all be pro-choice. The Republicans be pro-life. So, is that smart? I think that strikes me as being pretty smart. Pretty smart. They didn't take it upon themselves to knock out all the people that believed in a God or religion or anything else. He wants me to stop.
Well,
so who is smart?
You have to stop, otherwise they're not going to put it up there.
Is it smart? And here they ask Rick Perry, you executed 38 people in Texas this year.
No, it's 234.
Hey, what about pro-choice? 1 million abortions a year. Is that smart? Is that better? Is that necessary? No, I think this is going to be a very interesting year. A very interesting debate, trying to decide if we can afford a dumb president again. Bye.
Yes, I believe we can.
Or a smart guy like him. See?
Boy, they're